Appalachian ADV Rider here. I'm going to do a quick unboxing. I'm going to be doing something with my wife today, and I want to carry this knife, so let's unbox it before I have to leave. Hope you're all doing well. Please take this time to subscribe to the channel. I look at my statistics, and it turns out that 95% of the people that watch my videos do not subscribe to the channel. So it would really help me grow if you could subscribe, hit that like button, join me on Instagram and Facebook under Appalachian ADV Rider, under the same name as the YouTube channel. All right. This is my very first Chaves. It's the Redencion 229 with the kick stop, and it's my very first kick stop. So box feels nice. You know, it's heavy. It's like, it feels like it's got a magnet here. Really nice design. Ooh. And this has the bronze finish to it. And this knife comes with a extra pocket clip. I mean, read the reviews, they call it, you know, I'm not gonna say the word, but you know, they criticize the manufacturer for putting in a non-skull pocket clip, but you know, he's trying to reach a larger audience. So man, this is a heavy knife. Let's go ahead and, I mean, I like a heavy knife, so ooh, let's let's weigh it here. 6.7 ounces and 189 grams. So that's that. 6.7. That's a good weight. All right. I could already feel the corner here is a little pointy. That's one of the things that they criticize this knife for. This edge here, this edge here. I mean, just flipping it around in my hand, I'm getting jabbed by these edges, actually, these two edges. So it's a brand new knife. And you can see, you know, my fingerprints already, you know, discoloring this anodization, which is awesome. All right, let's check out this flipper here. Very first time. It ain't bad, you know? Ain't bad at all. Ooh, that's a nice click to it. That clicking sound is amazing when it closes, the detent click. Let's see the detent. That's pretty nice. Gets sucked in pretty good. So this is a compound grind knife. So it has a flat grind right here and a hollow grind here. Yeah, that certainly feels sharp. They say it's one of these knives that are really heavy stock, but it's a slicer. And this paper is pretty flimsy. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, this is flimsy paper, so don't judge it. No, that felt really good. It just sliced right through the paper. It didn't feel like it was biting it or anything. Just cutting it. So there's no milling, internal milling on this knife. So it's got a nice weight to it. The jimping here is, all these corners are sharp. So it's definitely, you will not be sliding your finger up and down on this. You know, it doesn't bother me. So if you like sharp jimping, you got it. And if you don't like sharp jimping, be aware that it's sharp. That's the insignia for the designer. And then for the guy who does the kickstop, Lee Williams, that's his insignia. This is usually a thumb stud knife. So, and this is coming in M390 blade steel, which is a stainless steel. Pretty good steel there. Let's see. It's like minimal hardware. I mean, this screw here is big. It's kind of interesting choice. I like it. You know, there's a lot of complaints about this about these screws being on the external side now, as opposed to being screwed from the inside of the scale. You know, it is what it is. You can see, you can make your own judgment whether you like that or not. I mean, I think it would look better without the screws, but I mean, am I going to buy a knife and not buy a knife because of that? No. See, the ergonomics on this knife is good. I mean, it's a blocky design. I mean, I like these kind of thin bat-like designs, like a baseball bat almost, but it's not really contoured, but it's thin. You know, it's not stunning ergonomics. I mean, but it's good. I mean, the pointy part, you know, rests inside my palm of my hand here, and you can feel it jabbing my hand a little bit. But I mean, this is definitely a bulky knife. I was going to say a hard use knife, but I mean, you know, there's a debate whether or not something on bearings could be considered hard use. I mean, I don't think I think it's fine. You can consider it a hard use, and you might sacrifice the knife using it once hard, but you can still use it once hard at least. And I'm talking about in a self-defense situation. You know, if I used my knife to save my life and then it broke, it had done its job. Yeah, I like that. So the thing with this kick stop, it's got its name first of all because you kick it out, and then this thing is also the blade stop. So this thing here is on its own pivot, and it's independent of the blade tang, which most of the times the flipper are a part of the blade tang, and so it would hang out here, but then when you flip it, it would come down over here, and a lot of times it would act as a finger guard. I mean, all the time it would act as a finger guard. But this one here, it disappears. So that's a great design element, because a lot of times when the thing comes down, one of the criticisms is that it interferes with, like, the belly of the blade can't touch the material you're trying to cut because of the flipper tab stopping it from going all the way down. Well, you don't have that issue with this. And while I'm down here, let's check out the knife size. And again, I apologize. I'm trying to get out of here. So, but I wanted to unbox it for you. So it's 8¼ inches, you know, and comparing it to a Hinder Eclipse, it's the same exact size. I love the 8¼ inch. If I had to pick a size, that would be the size, 8¼ exactly. So the handle length is 4½ inches. And I'm going to put this, I don't want to get distracted. It's not about this knife here. So 4½ inches. I can get my 4 fingers on it, absolutely no problem. I wouldn't call this a choil, but it's sort of like a little tiny choil. I mean, I'm going to say there's no sharpening choil on this knife at all, but there's some weird design here at the end. Nice and thick stock. That tip, you know, it's not the strongest tip ever. I mean, if you look at, you know, these tips, this Hinder has a much stronger tip. So, I mean, it's not that strong, but it's got a nice flat grind here, and it's really sharp down here. I bet you this knife is a pretty useful design, this blade here. I'm gonna have to use it. So this is basically a first impression. So what do I think about it? I mean, I like the weight. I don't like the sharp corners. This kickstop action is really nice. You supposedly hear like clicking sounds and a double click. I don't really hear that, but then again, I'm really focused on just trying to do a quick filming here so I can get out and carry this knife today. That closing action is actually, I like it. Doesn't have a double clutch, which I can't stand, so glad it doesn't have that. Let's see. There is a steel lock bar insert. Looking through the frame lock here, there looks like there's an over travel lip on the steel lock bar insert, so it prevents it from opening all the way. The lip will butt up against the inside of this titanium here. I do like this bronze titanium. I have this color on a Hinderer, and after you carry it a bunch, I like the way it patinas. So we'll see. I mean, this first impression, I don't know. I'm not so crazy about the satin finish here. You know, I'm going to use the knife, so it is what it is. This was a Christmas drop, a Christmas sale, Black Friday. So I'm taking advantage of the significant price drop. So this is what they offered. This is what I bought. I have so many knives that it will probably, hopefully, get carried a little bit, but I just can't. I'm not going to worry about all the aesthetics. It's function that I'm looking for, and this is going to function the same. It feels good. I like the jimping falls in the right spot. I think, the only thing is there's a couple of sharper edges here, and because it's bronze, a lot of times what I'll do is if it's titanium, I'll take a Dremel or whatever, and then round off some of the edges a little bit. But this one, I won't be able to do that without removing some of the color. So I'm just going to play with it for carry it for a while, and then see how I feel about it at that point. But overall, I mean, I like the size of this knife. I mean, I love the size of this knife. I love the weight. I love that it's a hard use knife. When I carry a knife, I feel that I want something on me that is capable of more than just opening up a letter or a box or something like that. So, and because I carry a knife that's the only thing in one of my pockets, I can carry a bigger knife and it doesn't make a difference to me. Doesn't affect me in any way. This clip, we'll have to see if it's good or not. Again, it's first impressions. The design of it, I mean, it's fine. It's, if you're wearing it and this is what you're going to see from the outside is the skull. It's not really a dressy kind of knife. I like it. It's the designer's choice of what to do. He's a very famous designer and very popular. It doesn't bother me at all. I mean, it's a little childish and over the top, sort of. But I mean, I bought it, so there's that. I'm not crazy about it, but I'm gonna leave. I mean, it's distinct, and I'm gonna leave this one over the other clip because, first of all, I don't want to be called that P word. And the other thing is, I mean, I'm wearing jeans, and it's not gonna matter if people see the clip or not. I just don't worry about it. I mean, I carry other things that I mean, if they're gonna worry about something, don't worry about the knife, okay? But yeah, I like this. All right, first impressions, great knife, nice and heavy. It's thick. I mean, it's definitely we'll see how it carries. I'll get back to you on that one. But in terms of just overall feel and impression, I mean, this is a plain Jane knife. There's really not a whole lot to it other than its unique flipping action. It's a very hard use blade. And I do like the fact that it's got this compound grind because you can get a really thick blade that has not only a slicey belly to it, but a stronger tip than it would otherwise be if it was a hollow grind all the way to the tip. So that's an interesting design choice. I would imagine that tip is strong enough. I mean, like I said, I've seen stronger tips, but I think it'll be fine. We'll see. All right, thank you for joining me. I have a playlist of a lot of knife content, so please check that out. I also have moto camping and motorcycle content on there. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this video and leave a thumbs up. Thanks again for joining me. I really appreciate your time, and I will see you another time. Thank you.